Greetings. What's going on? I tried making a video yesterday in my little office, but of course, something's got to go wrong. The mic was halfway through the videos I'd make. I tried 10 times, made about a 10-minute video each time, and it just cuts out. It just gets all robotic and sounds nasty, like halfway through the video. So like I'll go back and listen to it before I upload, and it'll be good. Then like halfway, 3/4 through, boom, it just switches to this nasty robotic sound, and I'm like, God damn it. I don't know what's causing it. Might switch to my headset mic for the time being, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm just going to do one in my truck this time. And I'm going to do it on the same issue I planned on talking about yesterday. So, here we go. And I wanted to talk about the new shit happening in Israel. Yeah, and Trump's announcement, Saudi Arabia's condemnation, and pretty much everyone else's condemnation. Now, Trump just announced he's going to move the United States Embassy to Jerusalem, and in doing so, recognizing Jerusalem to be Israel's capital, which Israel's been claiming for decades, but the world has been denying for decades as well. Some say this is some sort of 4D, 5D chess shit. I don't think so. Maybe Trump's got something in mind. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I think that it will not end well. I think it is more or less just inflaming the region even more. I know a lot. I think maybe he was just doing it to help out with his evangelical support. Because they were withering away because of Trump. Trump's not actually like an evangelical or a hardcore fundamentalist. He's probably more atheistic in his actions, maybe slightly religious at best. So yeah, he was losing evangelical support, which he sort of had during the campaign, because they're starting to realize, hey, this guy is he's not what we want. He's not Jesus reincarnate. So I think he was doing this to kind of help them out, because they're all pro-Israel fucking losers. Anyway, many countries are coming out and condemning Trump for this action, saying the same thing I just said, that it will only embroil the region in even more conflict, more stupidity. It seems like now the Palestinians aren't really ever going to get a two-state solution. I doubt that this was just to get Israel to agree to better terms. I don't think that would make much sense. Israel isn't going to give up a ground. They've made that very clear. And now that they've got Jerusalem, maybe Trump is hoping that will make them more likely to negotiate with the Palestinians. But I doubt it. Israel isn't going anywhere. They're like a fucking rock in the middle of the sand, and they just want to keep growing and growing. They're very imperialistic, very expansionist. They want to move into Syria. They want to move into the West Bank, and honestly, they probably want to take up all that land down towards Israel or Egypt. They've had a couple wars over it. Yeah, but Egypt's come out and condemned it. Even Saudi Arabia, which is actually quite a surprise, because we've been on really good terms with Saudi Arabia. They've even come out and condemned it, and it's kind of funny because Trump actually came out and condemned their raiding and the bombings in Yemen, their blockade of Yemen, which is honestly, I think that part's actually pretty good, because that's pretty fucked up what's going on in there. Over 1 million people are on the verge of death because of cholera outbreak, and they're all about to starve to death. I mean, Saudi Arabia did open up some of the ports, but only to people that are loyal to Saudi Arabia. So it's obviously just political there. Like, hey, we'll give you food, but you gotta switch teams. Which, I mean, starving people would probably be more than likely to switch teams rather than die or watch all their kids die. That's just how it works. But yeah, the blockade in Yemen definitely needs to end. So I think Trump did a good thing there. And it's weird, we're seeing like a little shakeup in the relationship between the United States and Saudi Arabia. That can't be anything bad. Maybe the United States is realizing how dysfunctional the state is, and how likely they are to break into some sort of civil war or fracture apart, or just go bankrupt in general. They're a huge welfare state. They can't keep that up. Now with oil prices going down, they don't really have any other markets. I know they're hiring a bunch of coders, but what's that going to do? Most of their workers are foreign. All their local actual residents are mostly on welfare. I think it's over 50% of Saudi Arabian natives are on welfare, so that's pretty fucked up. I know a bunch of tribes are about to split, especially with the princes being thrown in jail and whatnot, different loyalties being brought up. So Saudi Arabia is a hellhole. In terms of Israel, I don't think it will turn out too well, Trump's decision to move the embassy. Obviously, he's signed a little waiver, so it'll take a long time for the embassy even gets moved. But it was more of a political point, and I think it really was just to kind of gather the support of evangelicals back to his party, a lot of pro-Israelites in the nation. But I do think it's going to hurt a lot of his fans on the alt-right. I know a lot of people are saying, "Oh, the deep state made him do it." I don't think the deep state made him do it, guys. He's been promising this on the campaign trail. He's been promising this for a while. Trump is pro-Israel. That is for damn sure. Maybe it's Jared Kushner whispering sweet whispers into his ear. I don't know. It was the Michael Flynn shit. Michael Flynn and Kushner case is coming out with talking to the Israeli lobbyists. So maybe that's what this is about. Israeli lobbyists pushing this, saying, "Hey, you do this for us, we'll do this for you. X, Y, and Z." Whatever it happens to be. I don't know. We'll have to keep our eye open on this shit, though. But overall, I don't think it will be good for the region. Maybe good for his support, but maybe not as well, because people on the alt-right tend to despise Israel, as do I. I don't consider myself alt-right. I consider myself more libertarian-esque, maybe more of a leftist libertarian in some regards, but I do support some forms of nationalism and whatnot. I'll get into that shit later. That's a big topic. Anyway, that's all for now. Peace.